Bet you didn't think I was going to review this now, did you? What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is my very first movie review of 2018, and it's going to be, yeah, the Talking Bear movie. So Paddington 2 is the sequel to 2014's Paddington. It, of course, continues the adventures of young Paddington Bear, who lives with the Brown families in England. And the plot of this movie, I'll straight up right here, it's super contrived. The plot of this movie, essentially, I'm going to try to say it without cracking a smile, but it's going to be impossible. So, Paddington is trying to get a birthday present for his Aunt Lucy. He finds a pop-up book, but it's an antique, it costs $1,000, so he has to try and get jobs to raise the money. While this is going on, a has-been actor, played by Hugh Grant, we'll get to him in a minute, he breaks in, steals the book, frames Paddington, and he is sent to jail. Yeah, at that point becomes Oz with a bear, and all sorts of, shenanigans ensue. So yeah, you got all the makings of a bad kids movie. You got talking animals, CG mixed with live action, contrived plots, great actors who are seemingly here to cash in a paycheck. But yet, against all odds, this movie's pretty fantastic. And I'm not lying. I'm not trying to make a joke. This movie it's great. I'm a big fan of the first Paddington. I had the same feeling. I thought it was gonna be just a run-of-the-mill kids movie, and actually ended up being a great family and kids movie, but also ended up being a great send-up of the polite rudeness of British society. Then we get to this one. It doesn't have quite that envelope, but it does go in a very different new direction. Really, what I like about these movies is that, first of all, you gotta look at the cast. Now, the cast, this could be very easily treated as just a paycheck phone-in job. But what makes this work is that every single actor here, they don't treat it like that. They treat this like a real movie. I mean, all the returning people are great. Hugh Bonneville's still amazing. Sally Hogg still great. I really like seeing Peter Capaldi in these movies. He's always funny. Oh, and Mrs. Bird, I can't remember her name, but she was Mama Weasley in Harry Potter. She's also fantastic. But really, the show stealers in this movie are the new cast members. Mainly Brendan Gleeson as Knuckles McGinty and Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant in this movie, this is probably the best I've seen him in a long time. And I know that sounds like a joke, but really, this is not just a great performance by kids movie standards. This is a great performance, period. He has to play a lot of characters. Got to play a little over the top because he is an actor, and that does work with his character. But also, there's a lot of dimensions to him. He has a lot of alter egos. He dons a lot of disguises. And really, the over-the-top aspects work because, really, his dialogue is just like, okay, every word, we're going to look at the thesaurus, and we're going to get the biggest word possible for this sentence. It's amazing. And also, the character of Knuckles McGinty, played by Brendan Gleeson. You got big old Brendan Gleeson interacting with a bear. It lends for some great, visual comedy, and also some great, exchanges between him and young Paddington. And also, I got to the character of Paddington. Paddington, I almost want to say he's too likable, because he is polite, he is pleasant to be around. I challenge anybody to not go out and hang out with this bear, and by the end of that night, want to be best friends with you, because he's one of those guys who, when he's around, everybody's just having a good time. And like I said, he's always polite. He's never angry. The worst Paddington will do to you is he'll mean mug you. Like that's it. That's all Paddington does. And really, you buy it. He goes to jail and he does things that any other person would be dead, but apparently since Paddington's got karma bucks and he's so likable, he gets a pass on certain things. Also, the comedy in this movie is actually surprisingly really good. It's a lot of physical stuff. It's like watching a live action Looney Tune, because it's a lot of gags, a lot of things falling over. But what works about it is it's well staged, it's well choreographed, and also it feels, despite the fact that it's a bear, it feels real. You see these same kind of stunts pull people like a Will Ferrell or a Kevin James, where they're just going through it and they're just yelling all the time, and they're trying, it's kind of like they're trying to just wreck more stuff. But what works with Paddington is the fact that it just feels like he's trying to get out of it, but he just doesn't know how. And even then, he's not going, he's not screaming, he's not yelling a lot of the time. He's just oh dear, oh bother. One of my favorite piece in this movie was the part in the barbershop. I was watching in the theater, and I said, okay, this is just kid shit, but at the same time, man, this is well choreographed. Another thing I like about this movie is the fact that it shows the effect that Paddington has had on this neighborhood. Like when Paddington's around, everybody's smiling, life is better. It shows that there's been a lot of growth since the first movie, and that's something a lot of sequels don't do. A lot of sequels will just have them, you know, oh, we stole the bear, you stole the outsider, and we don't like that. But I like that they do have the neighborhood grow with the character. Also, this movie is surprisingly well shot. I mean, some of the set pieces, some of the production design, the cinematography. There is one scene with a pop-up book. I was just sitting and watching. I know the answer's computers, but while I was watching, I was like, how'd they do that? It was just a really good scene. The only gripe I have with this movie is that the climax was, as compared to the last Paddington, a little disappointing. That's it. That's all I got. Like, this movie is massively enjoyable. It's funny. It's got a heart, some great characters. I really think it's accessible to anyone. I challenge myself to find anybody who doesn't like this movie. It doesn't matter if you're a kid or you're an adult or you're a member of the elderly. I think you can watch Paddington and you can enjoy it. Actually, I take that back. I do have one more gripe. My other gripe is that I have to walk around saying that one of my favorite movies of the year has a talking bear in it, because I'm going to give Paddington a solid 9.7 out of 10. I really enjoy this movie, and I surprisingly can't wait to see it again. So, Paddington 2, if you've seen it, what do you think about it? Comment below, let me know. Like, share, subscribe. It's a new year movie reviews, and other stuff on this channel. Can't wait to bring it to you, but until then, thank you for watching, and